In order to identify the main components and the process with which a project budget is planned, we will take help of the figure in front of you on the screen. The amount or estimate of the project is measured on the y-axis, whereas the components that are progressively added to the project budget are mentioned on the x-axis. If you notice, the project budget is broken down into two main components, the management reserves and the cost baseline. Cost baseline represents cumulative control accounts that are broken down again into contingency reserves and work package cost estimates. Work package cost estimates are representatives of the activity contingency reserves and the activity cost estimates. Now, if you recall our lecture on work breakdown structure in project scope management, we learned how project work or deliverables are decomposed into their respective control accounts, work packages, and activities. This concept of decomposition is same when estimating the total project budget. In fact, we will not be wrong in assuming that when decomposing the deliverables of the project for its activities, if we can determine the time, that will give us the total schedule of the project. And when we associate the individual activities with cost, we will obtain the total project budget. So project budget is a reflection of management reserves and cost baseline. The cost baseline is reflective of the control accounts, which reflect cumulated contingency reserves and work package estimates. Work packages reflect cumulated activity contingency reserves and activity cost estimates. Let's discuss each of the components of the project budget as part of determining budget process. The primary purpose of the project budget is to establish a comprehensive financial plan for a project. It serves as a roadmap for allocating resources and funds to various project activities. By defining the project's total estimated cost, it provides clarity on the financial scope of the project. The project budget holds immense significance as it enables stakeholders to make informed decisions about resource allocation and project feasibility. It acts as a financial guideline, ensuring that funds are available when required and preventing financial mismanagement. The project budget is a fundamental tool in project management. It guides financial planning, controls project costs, and acts as a benchmark for assessing cost performance throughout the project's lifecycle. It is the foundation upon which effective financial management is built. Management reserves are a strategic financial safety net. They are set aside to address unforeseen risks or events that may impact the project's cost. Their purpose is to ensure that even if unexpected issues arise, the project can continue without depleting the primary budget. The significance of management reserves lies in their ability to provide flexibility and resilience in the face of uncertainties. They instill confidence in project stakeholders that the project team is well prepared to handle unexpected challenges without compromising the project's financial health. Management reserves are accessed when specific risks materialize during the project. They act as a source of additional funds to cover unforeseen expenses, allowing the project to adapt and respond effectively to changing circumstances. The cost baseline represents the approved version of the project budget. Its purpose is to serve as a reference point against which actual costs are compared. It provides a clear picture of the original financial plan for the project. The cost baseline is highly significant as it forms the basis for measuring cost performance. It helps project managers and stakeholders assess whether the project is on track financially and whether deviations from the baseline are within acceptable limits. Throughout the project's execution, the cost baseline is used for monitoring and controlling costs. It guides decision-making by indicating whether the project is adhering to its approved budget or if corrective actions are required. Control accounts play a vital role in project budgeting by providing a structured approach to managing and controlling costs within a project. They act as centralized points of financial control that aggregates the cost of multiple work packages or activities. The purpose of control accounts is to enable accurate tracking, monitoring, and reporting of project expenditures. The significance of control accounts lies in their ability to bridge the gap between high-level project budgets and detailed task-level costs. They create a hierarchical structure that aligns with the project's work breakdown structure, allowing project managers to oversee costs at both the macro and micro levels. Control accounts enhance transparency, accountability, and effective cost management throughout the project's lifecycle. Control accounts are used to streamline budgeting, tracking, and reporting processes. They serve as critical tools for project managers to monitor cost performance against planned budgets. By associating various work packages or activities with specific control accounts, project managers can easily assess the financial health of different project components. Contingency reserves are specifically allocated funds designed to address identified risks or uncertainties that could impact the project's costs. Their purpose is to provide a financial cushion for known risks. The significance of contingency reserves lies in their role in risk management. They ensure that potential financial impacts of identified risks are already considered in the budget, reducing the likelihood of cost overruns. Contingency reserves are utilized when the risks they are allocated for materialize. They help manage these risks without affecting the primary budget, thus safeguarding the overall financial stability of the project. Work package cost estimates break down the project's cost into specific tasks or work packages. Their purpose is to provide detailed cost projections for individual components of the project. These estimates are highly significant as they offer granularity to the budget. They enable precise tracking of expenses at a task level, ensuring that costs are well understood and managed. Work package cost estimates are used to allocate resources, monitor the costs of individual tasks, and evaluate the progress of specific project components. They contribute to efficient resource management and cost control. Activity contingency reserves are funds set aside for individual project activities or tasks to address uncertainties that might impact their costs. Their purpose is to provide flexibility at the task level. These reserves are significant because they allow for the management of unexpected cost increases without affecting the broader project budget. They ensure that the financial impact of uncertainties at the activity level is managed effectively. Activity contingency reserves come into play when unforeseen factors affect the cost of specific tasks. They provide the means to address these unexpected cost changes without jeopardizing the project's financial stability. Activity cost estimates provide detailed projections of costs associated with individual project activities. Their purpose is to enable accurate budgeting and resource allocation for each task. These estimates are highly significant as they contribute to precise budget planning and resource management. They ensure that costs are allocated correctly to support the successful completion of each activity. Activity cost estimates are utilized in assigning resources, tracking activity costs, and evaluating the progress of individual tasks. They play a vital role in maintaining cost control at the activity level.